with childhood trauma. When your father spent every night beating your mother, was it her fault? Or was your father just a monster in disguise? You grew up listening to her cries behind closed doors. The sound of her begging him to stop became your lullaby. And you, just a little child, stood frozen in the hallway, too scared to move, too small to help. You watched the woman who gave you life be broken down by the man who gave you his last name. And even though you didn't understand everything back then, one thing became clear. Love should never look like that. You hated your father for what he did. You hated every man who reminded you of him. And without realizing it, that hate became a shield, one that kept you safe, but also kept love out. That's where the trust issues began. That's when the fear took root. Because how do you love someone when the first man you ever loved was the same man who taught you fear? How do you believe in gentle hands when all you've ever known are fists? So you grew up carrying that pain like a secret. You smiled on the outside, but deep down you were still that little child. The one who flinched at raised voices, the one who mistook silence for safety. You struggled in relationships, not because you didn't want love, but because you were terrified of it. You pushed people away before they could hurt you, and when someone got too close, it reminded you of your father, and all the nights you wished he would stop. People called you difficult to love, but they never saw the scars. They never saw the way your heart still trembles when someone gets angry. They never saw how hard it is to believe that not every man is like him. That's what childhood trauma does. It rewires your heart. It teaches you to expect pain even in peace. It makes you question every good thing that comes your way. But what your father did wasn't your fault. You were just a child living in a war zone you never started. And even though his actions shaped you, they don't define you. You're allowed to heal. You're allowed to love without fear. You're allowed to rewrite the story your father tried to destroy. Because surviving that kind of pain makes you powerful, but learning to love again, that makes you free. Did you ever witness your father hitting your mother as a child? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow.